You put $1 in, you press the button, and a single can of soda drops into your hand. You probably don't feel much of anything. It is exactly what you paid for. But imagine you press that same button and 2 cans drop out. You get a little rush. It is a tiny victory, and for a moment, you feel genuinely thrilled. Now picture the opposite. You put your $1 in, the coil turns, and the can gets stuck right against the glass. Instantly, your stomach drops. You are annoyed, maybe even angry. In all 3 cases, you performed the exact same action with the exact same goal, buying a single drink. So why did your emotional state swing so wildly based on the outcome? Human consciousness works through constant anticipation. The brain runs continuous simulations, projecting milliseconds into the future to guess exactly what is about to happen next. For a long time, scientists viewed the brain as a reactive organ. The idea was that your eyes or ears would take in information from the outside world, send it up to your cortex, and then your brain would decide how to act. The old model on the left shows a simple linear path from sight to reaction, but the new understanding on the right shows a continuous loop. Your brain generates a simulation of what will happen next before an event occurs, using senses only to check its math. When we zoom in on that new model, we see a gap between what the brain expects and what the senses actually report. Neuroscientists call that mathematical gap a prediction error. This is the difference between your internal simulation and actual reality. Think back to our first vending machine scenario. You expected 1 soda, and you got exactly 1. Because reality perfectly matches the prediction, the error is 0, triggering no emotional response. But when 2 sodas drop out, reality exceeds expectations. This creates a positive prediction error. To stamp this successful outcome into your memory, the brain releases a surge of dopamine. This chemical signal tells your body to repeat whatever you just did. If the soda gets stuck, reality fails to meet the baseline. This is a negative prediction error. Your dopamine levels drop, signaling your brain to avoid making this mistake again. Dopamine functions as a biological metric for surprise. It calculates the precise distance between our expectations and our results, rewriting the rules of our future behavior every time reality deviates from our internal model. This invisible predictive math extends to every level of our biology, guiding our physical movements every second of the day. When you navigate a busy space, like a concert venue or a crowded sidewalk, your brain actively simulates dozens of potential physical disturbances before they ever happen. If it looks like a passing stranger might bump into your shoulder, your motor circuits do not wait for the impact. They pre-adjust your muscle tension to absorb the specific force of the collision right before physical contact occurs. You see this on a smaller scale every morning. Before you even touch your coffee cup, your brain has already predicted its exact weight based on past experience. It then applies the precise amount of lifting force required so you do not spill a drop. Our smooth, seamless experience of moving through the world is the result of the brain rendering a highly accurate, invisible simulation of the next few seconds of our lives. This biological mechanism explains a puzzling quirk of human nature. Even when things improve, we rarely stay satisfied for very long. Imagine that vending machine from earlier is permanently broken, and it starts giving you 2 sodas for $1 every single day. Notice this graph. The expectation baseline steadily rises to match the new reality, and the prediction error completely vanishes. Because your baseline updated, the dopamine rush stops. 2 sodas is now normal. To feel that thrill again, you need a 3rd soda. This constant recalibration of our internal model is the engine behind human striving. Whether it is a higher salary, a better phone, or a larger house, yesterday's pleasant surprise biologically becomes today's bare minimum. We feel this dynamic in everyday moments too. Receiving an unexpected text from an old friend brings a sharp, sudden burst of joy. You had 0 expectation of hearing from them, creating a massive positive error. And physical miscalculations feel so jarring for the exact same reason. When you walk down a flight of stairs in the dark and your foot hits the floor an inch sooner than expected, that stomach-dropping jolt is a pure physical negative prediction error. We navigate reality by constantly guessing what comes next. By leveraging the immense power of surprise, the brain operates as an expectation engine, perfectly designed to keep us learning, adapting, and always moving forward.